In 1952, East Germany had an official UFO incident. That's right, the government of the German Democratic Republic, that's what they called East Germany, released a report detailing an official UFO incident. But what makes this case interesting is that it wasn't some single weird story. It was actually a massive wave of UFO sightings across the entire country. It started on April 15, 1952, when hundreds of people in East Berlin saw a large, bright object flying over the city. The object reportedly made no noise and left a white trail behind it. Eyewitnesses reported it to the police, and soon the government had a decision to make. Do we tell people what we really think is happening? Or do we investigate? Well, they chose the latter, sort of. They created a special UFO commission to look into the matter, headed by a man named Richard Hohner, who would later become East Germany's Minister of Defense. And the commission began taking reports from people across the country who claimed to have seen strange objects in the sky. There were farmers, construction workers, police officers, even high-ranking government officials. And the sightings were not limited to one particular day or even one particular month. They were happening all over the country between 1952 and 1953. The government kept track of these sightings and even created a map to see where they were happening most frequently. What they found was that the sightings were concentrated in the western part of the country, near the border with West Germany. This led the government to believe that these UFOs were coming from the west. In fact, some news reports at the time said that the government believed the UFOs were American spy planes. But there was one major problem with this theory. You see, the United States and West Germany didn't have any advanced aircraft that could fly that low to the ground without being detected by radar. So it wasn't likely that these objects were American spy planes. Plus, if they were, why weren't they only seeing them in the western part of the country? Despite the lack of evidence to support their claims, the government went ahead and published a report on their findings in 19. The report stated that there had been a significant increase in UFO sightings across the country and that the government had taken steps to investigate. However, they did not release the findings of their investigation to the public. Instead, they kept it under wraps until recently when it was declassified and made available to the public. The declassification of these documents has led to a lot of speculation about what the government knew about UFOs and why they chose to keep it secret. Some believe that the government was trying to cover up the fact that there really are extraterrestrials visiting our world. Others believe that the government was simply trying to protect its citizens from the truth. Whatever the reason, we may never know what the government really knows about UFOs. This has been the history of UFOs, and if you like this kind of stuff, check out the rest of my content and please follow, subscribe, and like. Thanks.